go from the Capitol Mall, and you will arrive here at Northwest Stadium just outside of Washington, D.C. Here's Austin Seibert now to get this one started. And off we go from Northwest Stadium in Landover. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Steps away. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to him. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
Here's Herbert. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it second down. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Back to throw here, Herbert. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Play action. It's Herbert. Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Herbert. Dancing to his left. Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown! Hayden Hurst from 19 yards away. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Ready. Here we go. Ready.
Throwing now is Daniels. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Joey Bosa, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
Seven Pirates.
To throw from his end zone, Daniels. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
They'll run with Dobbins. They stop short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Dobbins once more. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Dobbins. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. Trying to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Commander defense able to hold. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
To the air goes Daniels. Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch.
70 Timberwolves. Let's go now. 19 Lions. Ready?
To throw is Daniels. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Ready?
Daniels looking to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready?
Now Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The rookie from LSU leading this offense well. A good throw there leads to a first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Daniels. And that is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Flag. Warriors 70. 18 Pioneer. Ready?
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Let go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Now 3rd down and 7. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Complete to Johnston here. And he is going to have the Chargers' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bates. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
A promising sign there from an offense that hasn't done a whole lot to this point. Nice job to locate the open receiver. And it's good yardage and a first down to open the drive.
Stop below 18. Go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Come on, set, Dragon 60.
The final shot before break. Daniels. And that's incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Pushing his way through. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Mustang 19.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
19 tight. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Chargers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
The Charger drive about to get going. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
21. Ready.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Right side, he has Johnston. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, LA! Quentin Johnston, 51 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went into the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, and it's now 14-0. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Ready, set.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a 1st down.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers' 44. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Here we go, set. Let go.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 23 yards, the final tally.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Jamison Crowder from 21 yards away. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on.
And it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he returns this to the 22. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Ladd McConkey, 78 yards. And the Chargers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown one play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Now a hit and a loose football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Herbert now. And that is taken in by Hurst. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Commanders Field, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Big yardage that time for Washington. 68 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Daniels. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go.
Robinson will score. Touchdown, Commanders. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives. And I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
On the ready.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Looking for the out route, and he's got it. It's complete to McCaffrey. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. That one caught by the tight end Bates. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
19 Lions. Ready.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
Now a 2nd and 2. They're going to pass here with Herbert. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Herbert off of play action. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Another run here with Dobbins. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Touchdown! Quentin Johnston with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are able to extend their lead. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get 1 more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from Landover.